This past week, I got to spend time hunting with my dad. We've done this for the last couple years, and it's been such a blast and has turned into such a fun tradition for us. We drove across the state, hoping to bring home some meat for the family. Over the past year, I've tried to be intentional about every part of my life, and that includes the food that I'm eating and what I'm putting in my body and into my freezer. I decided to do a little experiment this year. I decided to take several months to eat no animal products and no meat. I ate a very strict vegan diet for this time. I did all my due diligence and I researched all the different things that vegans eat to replace protein and to make sure that they're getting enough nourishment. And honestly, at first, I felt amazing. I felt no inflammation in my body. I felt so clean and clear-minded, and I had great energy. And my first thought was, oh my gosh, this is why people are vegan. I get it. But I noticed that change after the first 30 days. I started taking supplements and doing my research to see what my body could need to help replace that nourishment that I wasn't getting from the meat and animal products. So I started taking the vitamins and the supplements, and it did help. But I noticed that I still wasn't feeling quite like myself. So after several months, I decided that I feel like my body needs animal products. So in order to do that, what is the most ethical and healthy way of me going about that? I couldn't ignore the fact that my body felt so much better after I initially took out meat and other animal products. The more that I researched this, the more that I started to feel like maybe my body was having a reaction to all of the store-bought meat and animal products that had genetically modified chemicals and antibiotics and all sorts of extra stuff that my body was responding to. So I decided to just incorporate wild game and meat that my family or local farmers have raised themselves organically. I've already noticed such a difference in how my body feels. In fact, I've lost 15 pounds just by making a couple of changes like this. I don't think it's the only reason why I've lost 15 pounds, but I do think that it's a big part of it. I know that people might not understand when I say that I feel like hunting is the most ethical way of gathering meat, but to me, it is. I don't want to take the easy way out in my life. I don't want to think that meat is just from the deli section in Safeway. I want to understand that there's a life behind this, and this is a sacrifice that deserves reverence and respect. I would so much rather that animal have a happy, free life in the wilderness or at least on a farm than have its whole life be shoved in a teeny tiny cage and filled with growth hormones and antibiotics that make it feel horrible all the time. That doesn't feel ethical to me. That doesn't feel right. There's something that feels right about working really hard for something, about earning putting food on the table. It was very cold while we were there. It was about 12 to 15 degrees the whole time and pretty windy. The hiking was really hard, and hiking out the meat was even harder, but it was so worth it. The drive was pretty long, and a lot of that drive we listened to old country tapes that were in my dad's truck. Along the way, we stopped at these teeny tiny little general stores. Most of these towns don't even have a gas station. And they just have one general store where people get all of their groceries and food and supplies. The owner of this store ran out to the parking lot when we were leaving and gave us a free bag of homemade candy. He told us that we needed to come back soon. It was very kind. Memories like this are ones that I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life. I hope that you enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.